Joined by the always wonderful HCJustinn.
Hi.
If you are watching our stream, you will see that Justin doesn't have his webcam on, which is fine. I've replaced him with fucking what's the guy's name from Gotham? Who plays Gordon on Gotham? Ben McKenzie. Ben McKenzie.
Ben Kenzie, what's up?
McKenzie.
I'm just picturing Gordon Ramsay.
No, not Gordon Ramsay. Why would you picture Gordon Ramsay?
He's a sexy man.
I wish it were Gordon Ramsay.
I mean, not really, but.
So we're gonna be playing the Culling and talking about the Culling. I have some feelings on it. I'm playing as with Justin. We're gonna do the pairs thing. So you want to just jump into the Culling, Sarah? You want to talk about the Culling? I can see you're doing some dumb shit on your cam.
What? Yeah, I can talk about the Culling. I mean, don't worry about it.
Do you want to talk about something else first with your bit? Do you want to do your bit first?
What bit? Okay, so the
What
Culling.
are you doing?
What?
She's
Nothing.
got. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sarah. Well, what do you got in your face, Sarah?
What?
What do you have
Right,
on
so
your
the Culling
face,
actually
Sarah?
released-
What
the
do you
Culling
have in your
released early
face?
access this last weekend, which was really fucking awesome.
Sarah?
And then,
Sarah?
what?
What do you have in your face?
Hey guys, what's up? So we're gonna talk about Culling.
Are we going to talk about what the fuck was on your face?
Oh, it's just VR.
There you go.
Just VR.
I was...
And I was trying to get Twitch up, and I didn't prep, and I couldn't find the Twitch app, so I was stalling. I'll
What
find
even
it.
is
It'll be
that?
fine. What?
What even was that?
It was VR. It's the Samsung Gear.
There you go.
It's
man.
awesome. Look at me. I'm a fucking retard. It's great.
You look great.
Whoa, guys. I'm in a snowy bank. It's crazy. I'll talk more about it later.
All right, good. I was going to give you the opportunity now since you had it on your face, but
No, it's great. We'll tease it.
that... All right.
It'll be great, 'cause you guys
Coming
will
up
be
later this
playing.
hour, we're talking with Sarah, the Elise, about Samsung VR. What is
Samsung
it
VR,
and why we're
what?
here? All right, let's talk about the Culling
What
then,
even is
so
it?
we can start a game.
All right, so hey guys, so I'm sure you guys have all seen, most of Justin's viewers who are hanging out right now,
Yes.
that the Culling released, and actually it was supposed to release yesterday for early access, but it released about not a week, but like 5 days early, which was actually crazy. So the Culling is interesting, and I don't know, Justin, how much you followed it outside of just playing the game a little bit when it was on the closed beta, early access alpha, whatever. But when they announced the Culling, they originally announced it like simply as a battle royale game, and it was just a trailer. And everyone's like, "Fuck this shit! It's coming out early access. It's gonna be like Arma or Daisy and all that other garbage that's gonna be just not finished and not fun." And I got a lot of hate for it, which is kind of crazy because the potential of it being simply a battle royale focused game already set it above and beyond all of the other games in the genre, which are splitting time between the mod and the full game.
Mhm.
So a lot of people were pretty like interested in it, but kind of like really skeptical about it. And then they finally did the closed alpha where they basically let everyone who signed up play. And once again, there were like mixed reviews about it. A lot of people were kind of hesitant about it. But Justin, you played along with a few other big name battle royale people, actually played a lot on Twitch and seemed to really like it because it released on early access and they're all playing the shit out of it.
Big
Yeah.
name? What's a big name
What's the guy, that shooter guy?
survival player? Battle
I
Royale
know, lots
player.
of people playing it. Like Lyric's playing the hell out of it, or he was playing the hell out of it.
Ah,
I don't know. Like I haven't seen him like stick to it. Rather, like I haven't seen that he's like addicted to it.
He
like
has other games that are competing against it. So like
exactly, yeah. Like it's grabbed me only because it's so goofy. Any game that's really goofy like this, goofy PvP will suck me in.
And it's actually doing really well for competing against a big launch like The Division. Is that The Division launched, and even before it, but currently it's still in the top 10 games that are currently being streamed on Twitch right now with 13,000 viewers. So I mean, it's
but that's like
doing a great job. I mean,
yeah. It's kind of like I don't know. I feel like it's like kind of different ballparks though. Also, Troy, I'm gonna run to you, Troy.
how do you know where I am? How do you know where I am?
All right, so like on your little on your compass up there, you get a little diamond, and that's me.
Sorry, on my what?
You get a little. You have a compass up in the middle.
A what?
Compass.
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 A compass.
It's a compass.
It's your compass.
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 How do you throw shit?
Whatever.
I saw people throwing stuff. How do you throw?
It's your mouse 3, your middle mouse button
Oh,
by
good.
default.
My mouth.
All right. So
Hey,
a lot
Prince.
of people had like issues with it. One of them being Troy. Troy, you played a few rounds.
Yeah, I'm
and
not.
it's,
Go ahead.
I was just say it's early access. So what
It
are your
is.
feelings about it?
I mean,
So far.
I'm not. Oh, I can hear somebody. Oh, is
It's
that...
me. It's me.
Oh, okay,
I'm here
good.
with you.
I'm not a huge fan of this game already. And I think you'll see why as I start to play it. Well, first, I'm not good at it. That's for sure. Hey, do you need
There's a lot to it.
There's a hammer. I threw it in the lake.
You threw it in the lake?
Well, I needed to get rid of it, and I didn't know what I was doing. And can I jump down
That's
from
fine.
here?
You'll probably break your legs. Definitely if you jump.
Nope, we're good.
You didn't.
So-
Alright, that's good.
The claim to fame for this game was that it was a lot more melee focused compared to other games. It also was in a setting that doesn't really showcase, like, because Arma has a mod of this too, which is all get guns, kill people, sneak around with like camo and stuff. This game is more of a go around, craft things, and then very much Hunger Games where you slowly are forced into the middle where there's
Yeah,
loot drops and
very
everything.
gritty. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's also like I saw Justin playing. There's also you can unlock traits and abilities and stuff depending on your character, and you can build your character a certain way depending on your play style.
Oh, see, there's
So-
a guy over here on the
Over
right.
where?
I see him. He's straight south.
Okay.
He's run up the mountain.
Oh, I see him now.
Now, do you know about blocking and shoving?
Yeah, I got that. I played the
Okay.
tutorials a couple times, and the tutorials were all right. I think my biggest gripe is it's too early. It's
Okay.
very early access. I'm willing to give this game a chance in a couple months or so when it's a little more stable. I think it's got the promise, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm not sold yet.
Oh,
Right.
What the fuck
so,
was that?
that was a dynamite or a C4. Oh, these boys are beating on us. Oh, I just beat you in the back a little. It's okay though.
That was kind of mean.
It was a little mean. It's all right though.
So it definitely is like you said, some people actually said Troy sounds like I don't like it because I don't know how to play. Not necessarily. Some of the gripes Troy told me about were that
Yeah,
he
sorry.
felt that as new people were playing it, a lot of the gameplay was repetitive in terms of people are sniping people in the middle and the strategy doesn't really change.
Yeah, like you'll see as we're fighting these two guys, like it's basically this. It's just walk forward and swipe, and walk backwards and swipe.
Kinda.
I'm not
Well-
like the combat is that deep to me.
You're pissing people off in chat, Troy. I just hope you know that.
Definitely.
Why?
Cotalin is
I'm bad at
very
this game.
right
I
now.
will admit that I'm bad at this game.
I got.
Well, no,
stabbed.
Cotalin says stable. What's unstable about it? Explain yourself. What don't you like? Well,
It's not
I mean,
finished.
Troy is. I mean, it's a legitimate argument that it's an early access game, and he's not. He's using
Good
it
at
both
it.
as an excuse and like a forgiveness
Damn
of
it.
saying it's early. So,
That boy poked you. He gave you the poke down.
early,
Sorry. now I
I'm
hold
allowed.
up.
He's allowed to not like it for being so new.
Yeah,
essentially.
I think, so my biggest complaint was the combat doesn't seem revolutionary enough to warrant the kind of the praise that it's getting, in my opinion. I think, like I said, it's a little early. The system is pretty basic. It's build a spear or find a weapon like I did, and you kind of alternate between pushing, blocking, and punching, and it's really just that awkward run up, punch, and run backwards thing. I think it's the same. It's most of the same complaint I have with like Chivalry, where like
Well, yeah, it's-
melee combat doesn't work.
I know
it's
what you mean.
hard to
that
get melee
there's-
combat right. I think is my
It's
point.
it's rock paper scissors at the end of the day.
Sort of.
It's
yeah.
really, it's just rock paper scissors, and that it kind of sucks because there's really not much else you can do.
Yeah.
Like I don't really know how else they can elaborate on that. Like I wish, I'd like to see a little more with it. Like
What about traps? Do people use traps that much?
No, because the crafting
Yes.
is. I don't think crafting's
Yes,
built out
I
enough for
know.
it.
you can use traps, but they're really cheesy.
Like I'm
Like-
watching. Yeah, I'm watching one right now where here. What's the? Yeah, here's the entire crafting menu as I know it. I assume there's more to it if you just hit escape. But
Well, if you hit escape, it's
is it just the
there's
basics?
crafting, but it's like stick into stick is a bandage,
Yeah.
and then into a stick is a backpack,
But,
and
like,
then into
the-
a rock is armor, and then that's it.
But, like, the
I'm
traps
sure they're
we have
gonna
here-
elaborate on it.
Yeah. Like I said, that's my point of it's got potential. I'm excited to see what this could do because I enjoy the idea of a battle royale game like this. But it's too early to be like to have won me over already.
What's nice with it? All right, so the thing with combat, like we're something like I like a game like Chivalry because it is just mayhem and chaotic. But there is like deep down on another layer, like there is weird like hit detection in a game like Chivalry.
Yeah.
Like when you're swinging a sword at someone, you can swing a sword back and have it like hit each other. Where in this game you kind of can't have that. You'll just both hit each other.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it needs.
That's part of my
I feel like that's what you're saying. That's where it needs,
It's hard to get a melee combat game right. I think is half of it. Like that's just a difficult thing to do. I think Chivalry does it probably the best we've seen of that kind of understanding your swipes and holy shit, you can punch trees for sticks?
Yeah, you can punch trees and rocks.
What? I didn't know that. Well, shit, they should have told me that in the tutorial.
I never played Zora. I just got right in and started.
I played the tutorials. I
now,
played
for
both
me,
of them.
Like, all right, so like in team games, like I feel like that's where a lot of the strats open up. Like I use stealth perks and sneak up on people and go for backstabs. It's a big thing for me.
So like, all right, I'm watching combat right now. There's two people just staring at each other. What's gonna happen is one guy's gonna move forward and block and
see, this is all on them. They're doing it all wrong. They should, like, I feel like there's a whole nother realm to the game that a lot of people haven't explored yet.
That's the thing too, is that and once again, like I said, early access is both a negative and a positive because you're sitting there like they have a lot to work on. But in this game, since they're only focusing on the battle royale, they have the room to literally expand it to unlimited possibilities of adding new weapons, adding new crafting, doing whatever they want. So I'm more excited about anything that they're working with the Unreal 4 engine.
Yes.
I'm really excited about that because I feel like they're going to be able to crank out maps. I feel like mapping is going to be very easy for them. Maybe not easy, but they're working with a really beautiful engine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they're allowed a lot more flexibility. I think that's part of mine too. Is I'd love to see another map or two. Obviously, it's early. I'm not faulting them for it. I want to see more of this game before I like give it a full thumbs up. I think that's half my issue. Is I want to see more. I want to see more from them before I like really get into this. Because I've been burned on these kind of early access games in the past, as a lot of people have.
Yeah.
Although I feel like for this atmosphere of early access, though, I feel like this one is like, I feel like for the burns I've gotten, this one has already like taken me out to dinner and shown me like the best night of my life.
This game is in a much better place than I've seen other games that tried to do this. Think like H1Z1 early was the same kind of thing where it was like just not quite ready, not quite there.
Right.
Yeah.
But Rune God brings up a good point. Is that I think even better if we're talking about early access. Killing Floor 2 did a great job in early access. Minecraft, I mean, it was in early access forever, but it also was much simpler. But Killing Floor 2.
Killing
was
Floor
pretty
2.
good, I think.
I think that's a good comparison.
Killing Floor 2 literally just like took the same mechanics, upgraded it to a new engine, and they did what their choices were for what they released for early access was, I think, pretty successful in terms of enough maps, enough classes, and now they can kind of slowly roll into more and more stuff.
Yeah.
And they aren't really changing the game. And maybe this will be the same way, is that they add more maps, they add more traits, whatever. They take a lot of the opinions that like someone like Troy has, where it's essentially, I feel like it's a lot of rock, paper, scissors, and they find a way to change how certain things respond, so people aren't going to feel confident going into a battle with a spear. Yeah. They're going to feel more confident going on crafting better items.
What's doing it for me right now is the perks. There's a lot of ways you could manipulate the game with perks,
and that's something I haven't even barely gotten into.
Yeah,
perks.
like right now, the perks I'm running stealthy, so right now I make no movement noise.
Oh.
And I'm running Mangler, which is 200% of my damage with axes is also applied to stamina.
Oh.
So if I get like 2 or 3 hits in with an axe, people can't run anymore or block.
Huh.
So So I'm doing tons of stamina damage. And also I have Maniacs, so I have 25% damage reduction if I have an axe in my hand. So people aren't hitting me that heavy if I have an axe out. So it's like,
Interesting.
so I play like a lunatic. I play like a maniac. I just run around with an axe like an absolute madman.
Well, that's
And you
that's
can-
kind of your style, though,
Yeah.
to go
But that's
in
the other
head
thing that
first.
makes it hard. Like, that's why I feel like we're gonna have a tough time playing together, but it'll be fun. It'll be a little learning experience.
Yeah, that's
because,
you're right. So that's totally not how I'm playing this game. Or at least not right now.
Yeah.
It's difficult. I don't know. I guess I'm not as experienced in these kind of battle royale kind of games where I'm really thinking about that sort of stuff.
yeah, it's fine.
And this is where I will lean on you to coach me as much as possible.
Ooh,
fine.
coaching session? I like it.
Yeah, it's
I will
fine.
take it because I think I would have fun with this game given more time and a really kind of dedicated sit down to play it. I think and with somebody like you, Justin, who knows what they're doing and can kind of
Yeah, for sure.
walk me through some things. Because if I were to pick this game up unfettered and unbiased that I have already become, I would have put it down and probably uninstalled it by now.
Yeah.
You
for
probably wouldn't have purchased it either. I mean, I know we got codes to kind of test
True.
it out, but you probably wouldn't have,
No,
based on what you
I would have
saw,
waited a
you probably
long
would
time.
not have done it.
I would have waited a long time to pick this up.
And that's kind of the thing with a lot of early access stuff is that despite it saying, hey, here, help us fund the game, a lot of people kind of sit and are like, I'd rather try it first,
Yeah.
which are alpha
See,
and open weekends are good.
I bought it and I would buy it again if I could.
So-
I would buy it 3 times.
Yeah.
I
Do you
love
mind
it
if I
so much.
transition?
Sure.
Or you guys still want to talk about the culling?
No.
Okay. So speaking of other games
By
that
all
people
means.
got to check out that want to buy, and I know Justin, you've been playing the shit out of this game, is
Mhm.
all 3 of us I think checked out The Division during its open beta, and I know Troy, you were considering picking it up. I decided not to, but Justin, you did pick it up based off
I
of that
did.
experience. So
Well, it came with my video card, but I was gonna
well.
pick it up regardless.
I am so upset that it came with your video card. I missed that promotion by like 3 or 4 weeks at that.
what'd you get with your video card?
Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I missed out on Just Cause 4 or 3. So I was too early for Just Cause 3. I'm sorry, too late for Just Cause 3 and too early for the Division. So that's kind of super annoying. But
So let's talk a little bit about The Division because we've talked a little bit about this before since we did play it before it released. But Justin, you've been playing. You played like 12 hours of it last night, didn't you?
Yeah. I played a lot of it last night. I have mixed feelings on it.
how does it stack up?
Very
Did you play Destiny at all?
No,
Oh,
I did
alright.
not play Destiny. I watched a lot of Destiny. Like between
Yeah.
streams and hanging out. I was hanging out at a friend's house a lot when Destiny came out, so all I did was watch him play Destiny pretty much.
Interesting.
But
okay.
yeah. I mean, to me it's from what I gather, it's Destiny with real guns.
Pretty
I-
much is what I've gathered. With in third person and more survivally in PvPe.
And
Yeah.
it has it's a lot more. Destiny kind of wanted to be an MMO, but it was more of the multiplayer. Let's battle each other. Like I feel like the Division's world is much bigger from what little I saw for the beta. It was much bigger and had a lot more interactions going on than Destiny, where it was like, let's just grind in this cave. Like the Division had a lot of things that popped up in side missions that made it really kind of a true feeling MMO, whereas Destiny was like, we're not an MMO, but we are an MMO.
Yeah, we'll
That's
keep
what it
telling you
felt
we're
like.
not.
Yeah.
I mean, the game looks beautiful. It's one of the more stunning games I ever played. Like, plays really nice. What drove me more mad than anything I've ever played is that for some reason you jump over things with control and get cover with the space bar, and I had to
Oh,
rewind
yeah.
that immediately.
Yeah, to move those
Jesus,
around.
that was maddening.
It's the only reason I didn't pick up the Division is because I picked up a different game that got me even just as addicted, which we can talk about in a little bit. But
We can talk about it now. I mean,
no,
I don't
let's
have
talk about
much
the
to say
Division because
Okay.
I'm still really super hyped for it, and I will end up picking it up in like a week or two. But I saw a couple posts on some gaming blogs about the horrible griefing and like player interactions from the first weekend. So like obviously the game didn't launch with perfect servers, which surprises nobody. But I think the best part is that there's no the player collision in the game is very rigid, so that you can't like walk through other people, which means somebody can stand in a doorway and do jumping jacks and take up the entire door frame, and nobody can go through the doors.
Well, when we streamed it yesterday, like Milby decided to start like an hour early to so he was like, oh, I'm gonna start an hour early and just like run the tutorial and stuff.
Yeah.
During that entire hour early, he was just standing on a line in the game to access the computer to like finish the starting quest.
Another thing I saw.
Can I?
Yeah.
Did you have to stand in line, or
No.
did people just get pissed if you cut? Like, I
There
don't
was
really
a line.
understand. What's
So,
going on.
like I
know
said,
there's
there's no
line.
player pass through, so only one
Okay.
person can interact with the object at a time.
Oh
So when
my
you're standing at
God.
And
the
someone
object,
was
no one
just
can interact
AFK
around
in
it.
front of it, and no one could move him. And like,
Yeah.
and there was like a guy trying to be nice and like bounce the line, and people were trying to cut, and he'd walk up and start typing like, "Come on, man, there's a line, just don't be a dick," and everyone else would be like, "Come on, dude," and like it was admittedly hilarious.
Shaming him. Internet shaming him.
Yeah, internet shaming him.
Yeah, so I saw a couple of those posts and had to laugh because it's one of the most
It was
ridiculous things. I've seen that a couple times in games too, where like
But then I
mostly
logged in and there was
MMOs.
no line.
There's
Like
no
the line just dispersed and no one was at that laptop.
I'm
I
sure
just got lucky.
they'll figure out player collision like that pretty soon. But
Yeah.
I've
There's
seen a
just
couple
little
MMOs.
bugs.
I've seen a couple MMOs when that's happened. WoW particularly reminds me as one of when like an NPC only spawns every once in a while, so they people form a line to get to kill the quest NPC or whatever. But
Yeah. There's just little things like I used to play Dark Age of Camelot
Yeah.
like I don't know when I was like 15, 14 years old, and there was some way to just train NPCs out of this dungeon and into town and murder everyone and all the NPCs in town, and we were little boys, so we would do that. And why not, right?
yeah, sorry, I just watched a guy taser and stab a guy.
Yeah, no
That's
problem.
pretty awesome.
I actually I'm just in a game right now.
What?
Are you?
I'm
I
just
see-
quietly stabbing.
I'm really behind then. I'm watching you on my. I guess I'm 15 seconds behind. I'm watching Twitch on my VR right now and watching the chat. I'm on Ant Cam.
I'm
So I'm-
watching you in VR.
I'm
on my-
underground, and it's like there's a phone, and I'm like literally an ant watching your stream, and I can see your chat. It's great.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
I'm watching Justin play on
I
my
had no
VR.
idea what was going. We were talking about the division now, and I was like, I'm not entirely sure what's going on. So I'm just.
So
I'm just
back
gonna
to
run
back to your Dark Age of Camelot, right? Dark Age of
Yeah.
Camelot.
I mean, I was just a rude boy back then.
Rude boy.
Just a rude little boy.
So Justin, are you in a game right now? Is that a thing you're
I
doing?
am. I could quit out if you want to do another team game.
I would like to continue to do team games. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. I thought we were talking about I thought we were just like done with this now. And I was like,
no,
oh,
no.
No, we're gonna be playing the whole time.
Yeah,
But we're gonna talk about other stuff.
that
Okay, let's do that.
thing.
All right.
Let me.
Wow.
So I'm gonna set some my things here, my abilities.
Sorry,
What's
you
up?
look great on VR. I just want to let
Picked
you
up a
know.
crowbar and quit.
So, yeah,
Katana.
I'm interested in picking up the division. I love the idea of it. I loved the beta. I was really excited about that. So
See, I'm a little wishy-washy on it. Like I like the game, but like I got really bored of single player. Or
Yeah, I
not
can
single
see
player. I got bored of the just like I get bored of killing AI. I'm just not into it.
You'd rather go into the dark zone?
Yeah, but like even the Dark Zone, I had a little fun with it, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to play it. I'm gonna have to sit down with it again. I think I was just burnt out.
That's my dilemma of MMOs, and I get that there's things like raids and stuff, but that's the reason why I didn't really pick up Destiny as well, because it's like it's kind of fun in the short term, but I need long term kind of interactive stuff, and an MMO doesn't really feel like Fallout did. Like Fallout, you had your missions, but you could literally just walk around and have these immersive, hey, this happened, go here, do this, do that, and it kind of really spirals into this open thing. And MMOs is a lot of grinding through fetch missions and stuff from what I can see. Or go kill this AI, or go slay 10 of these, or go do this, or go pick up this and that. And the Division kind of felt that way too, but it was pretty, so that was nice.
it was.
I don't know, I could be wrong. Troy, you played a lot of MMOs.
Yeah, I have.
M&Os.
I'm playing one right now.
So
Go.
so I mean, like, you do you like that kind of stuff, or what's the best part of the MMO to you that really brings you back to keep playing them over and over again? Because it's like me with RPGs; it's very the same basics.
Daily quests, replayability, and player interaction. So if you got a good system for keeping people engaged in your game, I am for it. If you struggle to get people to there's got to be a reason for me to come back and play. If it's well thought out and well designed dungeons or that sort of thing, that'll keep me playing your game. So,
Troy, did you play Kingdoms of Amalur?
I did not. No.
Topical statement, though. Did you hear about them? Do you know anything about them at all?
No. Why did I missed that one?
So Kingdoms of Amalur, which is also an MMO style game, giant kind of RPG, over-the-shoulder type thing, actually pretty MMO, written by R.A. Salvatore, the guy who did like these huge...
Goosebumps?
Not Goosebumps, no.
Oh.
He wrote like he did like the Dark Elf trilogy, like one of the biggest kind of like D&D storybooks ever. And so he wrote this book, and it was a small company outside of Rhode Island, and they actually got screwed over. Like, great game, fantastic game, but they got a loan from someone, and their loan defaulted, and the developer, like the studio, had to close down.
Oh.
Because they got f***ed over.
Fuck.
And so
I'm
this
with you, by the
game,
way,
which
Troy.
was really great, just dropped and flopped, so it was done. They actually, I think a few days ago, the courts actually ruled against the people who issued this loan, and they got screwed. Like, they essentially just got busted for it finally.